Hello, Roman. Welcome to the World is Mind podcast.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much. It's great to have you here. I think it was 3 months ago when I saw your post that one of your videos just went viral on TikTok. And that kind of got my hooked as well. I was interested in just to talk to you. And actually, since then that I'm following you, you guys are just growing crazy. Lots of new products are coming out. So my question is that, what was the exact moment when the growth really hit and you guys just went viral?
Yeah, great question. So we did have a viral moment in March 2024, so a little bit more than 12 months ago. Actually, those viral moments, I'm not sure they are things you should be looking for as a company because they are kind of random and they don't really last. What you are really looking for is like long lasting growth. Um, So basically, if we look at the timeline, we launched in January 2024. Right away, we got adoption. The first months was already almost profitable, and January was fast, February was fast, and like in March, out of the blue, someone posted on Twitter. It was one of our clients. I didn't even know her, and she didn't even have a big audience, like a couple of hundreds of followers on Twitter. And one of the AI Twitter accounts saw it and they reposted it and it went completely viral, like literally millions of views. And we were everywhere, like on national TV, people were talking about us because at the time, really creating video with AI was not good. Like the content was not good and we were the only solution where we were able to get like really, really good results for video using AI. So yeah, it went completely viral in March and then we had a couple of other viral moments, but really the most important part is like we had a steady growth and every single month we always added more customers than the previous months. And that's what we are targeting since launch. And it's been the case for more than 18 months now. Hopefully it's going to continue for the next 18 months that's coming.
Of course. And do you remember somehow what was that the kind of video or the content that, just went viral last year?
Yeah, it was just one of our AI UGC. So for your audience, maybe they don't know exactly what we do, but we create uh, videos of UGC actors, so user generated content, like kind of talking faces, very realistic and very engaging ones. And the one that was completely viral was one of our AI actors talking from a car. And it was an ad for a body odor product. And yeah, she was basically talking about that. No editing, just the actor talking from the car. And the video completely blew up.
Yeah. I think it will be exciting to have a short pitch of what Arcads does and kind of what is the main, kind of customers that you're pushing for and what are the actual value propositions as well.
Yeah. So when you are a consumer brand and you are doing advertising, you are always looking for ways to promote your brand in a very engaging way. And one of the ways to do that is UGC videos. Basically, those are videos of creators, so not necessarily influencers. They have a very small audience, but they know how to talk to a camera. And this type of content is called UGC. You probably saw this kind of content, like talking videos of someone in a car, someone walking and talking, filming from an iPhone. And this is like a nightmare to produce when you are working with actual UGC creators. You have to find them, brief them, send all the instructions on how you want them to talk. We produce that, but with AI. Basically, we have a software, and I'm going to show you in a minute, but we have a software where you write a script. We have a library of AI actors. You select the perfect AI actor for your script, and you click generate, and then you get a perfect video in a couple of minutes of the UGC creators talking to the camera.
And from the technical side, kind of how difficult was it just to make, this product ready and kind of like having it, just go crazy well in terms of growth?
It was very difficult because when you want to make something new, you have to basically solve new problems that no one has solved yet.
Are you guys building the models yourself, or like are you like using other foundational models?
We have our own models, so part of the workflow is using existing models. Like, for example, the voices are not a custom model. We are using ElevenLabs that you are probably familiar with. They have a crazy good model. But for some other part of the workflow, we had to create our own internal model, which is the difficult part, as you can imagine.
Can you see Arcads the same as ElevenLabs, in terms of growth and kind of being the AI video type of, big company as ElevenLabs is for the voice?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. ElevenLabs really built the best foundational model for voices, but the market also needs a very good model for talking faces, and we want to be this one.
Great. It will be nice to have kind of a live demo and actually see the product and then kind of create some videos.
100%. So let me share my screen and show you how this looks like. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, perfect. So for this demo, we are gonna write a script, and let's say we want to promote a mobile game. Let's say we want to promote Candy Crush. You probably know Candy Crush. They do a ton of advertising. They create a lot of UGC videos, non-UGC videos. But for this example, we are gonna say, okay, something like, my mom just completed the last level of Candy Crush. Because I know the typical audience of Candy Crush is more like 45 years old, 50 years old women. Look at how happy she is. She will never stop talking about this. All right. So now we have our script, and what we are going to do is add an actor. So as you can see, we have a library of hundreds of AI actors. We actually now have over 1,000 AI actors in the library. And some of the AI actors are based on real humans. So for example, Victoria here, the first one, she's a real person, and we licensed her likeness to be on the platform for our users to be able to use her avatar. But some other avatars, and I think we are getting to the point where it's very hard to make the difference. I still see the difference, and there are still some minor details that give it away. But we are getting to a point where even the fully AI avatars are hard to distinguish. So if you look at the third one, Harlan, right here,
Yeah.
he is like fully AI generated. He's not based on a real person. As you can see, those are ranked by most popular. So it looks like people are still preferring to use the like real people ones. But yeah, we are getting to a point where like fully AI avatars are really, really impressive. Like Charlotte here is fully AI. This one as well is fully AI and doesn't exist. Look at how good the lighting is. And it's really, really impressive. So yeah, we have this library of existing AI actors. You can use the filters on the left side to just find the perfect AI actor for your needs. So female, male, obviously, senior, young, etc. I'm going to just generate the video because it takes a couple of minutes, so we can come back to the video. And then while the video is I'm going to show you a couple of other cool things. So remember, the script was about something like my mom completed Candy Crush. So probably a 30, 25 years old actor would be perfect for this. So I added this actor. You can actually add multiple actors if you want. But and that's what most of our clients do, by the way, because when you are trying to make UGC ads, very often you want to A/B test the same script, but with different person just to see.
My mom just completed the last level of Candy Crush. Look at how happy she is. She will never stop talking about this.
Okay, so I think the script is pretty good. Let's generate this one, and I'm going to show you a couple of other things while this one is being generated. So let me show you a couple of other exciting things. So as you can see,
Yeah.
and by the way, feel free to stop me if you have questions.
Yeah, kind of like Roman, you mentioned about the A/B testing. So the A/B testing is happening in your own platform, or is it kind of that customers they will kind of publish and then see which one works better?
Right now, since in most cases, people will combine the AI actor with actual footages of the product. If it's an e-commerce product, it's going to be videos of the product. If it's a game, it's going to be screen shares of the game. So people still do a couple of extra edits after the generation of the video. So right now we don't really include the video edits directly in the platform. So for this reason, everything related to posting, etc., doesn't happen on Arcads. We really focus on like, you have a script and you want to generate someone who is reading the script, then you should use Arcads. For now, we are really focusing on that and focusing on providing the highest quality actors with all the setups that you want.
Okay.
And in terms of like finding the perfect actors, you can obviously select the gender, male, female, but you can also select the age or a couple of extra filters like this to find the perfect AI UGC for your ad. So as you probably know, people who do content marketing on TikTok, Instagram, Meta, they often need to test a lot of different types of videos and jump on lots of different trends. So ASMR is a trend. Sometimes they need to have an AI actor in front of the green screen because they want to have the background being removed with perfect accuracy. AI is actually very good at removing background even without that, but it can be helpful sometimes. Or maybe you have a gym product, like a health and fitness product, and you want the person who is talking to be in a gym setup. You will also find a lot of AI actors at the gym, and you can use this filter to find that. Or maybe you want to do kind of, a more unique hook, these hooks where they are.
Hey you, welcome to Arcads. I'm one of
typing on the screen before the video starts.
Welcome.
Or just doing something funny, opening the door.
Hey you, welcome to Arcads.
So you can use this filter to find these ones. You can select where the person is when they are talking. Maybe you want the person to be in the kitchen because you have a house product. And you can even have avatars who are in movement while they speak. So maybe Angela, for example,
Hey you, welcome to Arcads. I'm one of the natural AI.
She will be walking while reading the script. And we have some cool podcast setups. If you want to do a more professional style video, we have avatars who are pregnant. Skit style is a very, very nice one where you can do one person talking to another from the side. Or this one I really like as well, in the street, they are being interviewed and being asked questions. It's a very native format from TikTok that people really love. You can even control the accessories that they have. So if you want them to, I don't know, doing the dishes while they speak, or maybe you want them to have a pet and only avatars for pets if you have a pet product.
Hey you, welcome to Arcads. I'm one of the natural AI.
That's really, you should find all the types of avatars that you are looking for when you are making a video. You can control the emotions that they have. So this means that, for example, let's say you want to do a script that is quite sad. You'll be able to find an avatar that is like a little bit sad where they speak, maybe like this one, for example.
Hey you, welcome to Arcads. I'm one of the natural AI actors you can use for your ads. Create a script you think will work well.
And as you can see, she is like not super excited while talking. So you can even control that. And lastly, you can control the skin tone of the actor. So I'm going to pause here for a second in case you have a question. But
yeah, kind of. And is there kind of a way, for example, if I'm a brand and I just like want to have some videos, but I really don't know the script and I don't know some other details, is it kind of possible that I just put my request and then as a chat, as a message, and then Arcads will just understand and then create the script and then create the video from what I want?
So if you don't find the perfect actor in the library, what you will be able to do is to create your own actor. Okay. So we have this new feature right here where instead of like basically typing, selecting an existing actor from the library, you can like type your own script. We just said we wanted to target like 45 years old female in the couch talking to the camera, just talking, maybe something like that. You can just go ahead and type this prompt, and our model, and that's a proprietary model, will basically generate multiple images for you in a couple of seconds. So we will have them just like now, and you'll be able to basically create your own AI avatar from a prompt that's different from the one that we will have already for all users in the library. And this one will be unique to your account. You'll be the only one to be able to use this one. And let's wait a couple of seconds. It's gonna be generated.
Like very recently, there was a kind of new model from Google, like Y3, that was like generating videos. So are you guys somehow competing with them, or is it like not really a competition there?
Yeah, definitely. There are some use cases where VO3 will work better than Arcads, and there are some use cases where Arcads will be better. So we see it as something more an addition that we will actually integrate in Arcads very soon, where if there are a type of video that you want to do, VO3, for example, is very good when you want multiple things to happen in the same video. You can say first this happens and then this happens. But VO3 is really bad if you want to use the same actor in different situations. There is no, for example, possibility to have the same actor in two different settings. So let's say you, for example, you really like this one, and you think, I think she is very realistic, but now you want to have her talk from a different, she is in the street and she talks while walking. And maybe also she wears different clothing. You want to keep the same person basically, but have her with some changes. You want to have her holding a different clothes. You want her to be walking, because in your video you want at some point her to be from the couch, but you want her at another point to be outside. And then basically, yeah, in a couple of seconds, it generated a consistent character. So this is the same person, as you can see.
Yeah.
And she's in different setups. So maybe like this. And I think this looks like really, really good. And now you can create an actor from this person. And let's say you want to have her hold something. You have a physical product, like, I don't know, you are selling a gadget or whatever product you want, a bag. You can just upload a second image of your product right here, and it will generate an actor of her, but she now is holding the product that you upload. This is just not possible with VO3 because it's not very good with consistency. And that's one of the use cases where Arcads is much better. Also, VO3 is limited to 8 seconds. You can, it's like not very good for specifically making longer scripts, talking videos. So again, in some cases, VO3 is really good, and we will integrate it in the future, by the way, and you'll be able to use VO3 right inside Arcads. But in most of the use case related to UGC, you still need to use a platform like Arcads to create talking avatars. So now your image, you like the image, and you want to create an avatar from this image, you will select a voice. So gender is obviously female. You can listen to a couple of
welcome to Arcads.
To a couple of voices and select the right one. Let's say you like the first one, and then it's gonna basically create an avatar of this person talking to the camera, and then you can use it as many times as you want. I think the video is ready, the other one that we made before, so we can have a look. And
my mom just completed the last level of Candy Crush. Look at how happy she is. She will never stop talking about this.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. You can just preview the video in like full screen. You can also just download the video. And let's say you want to reuse the same script, but with a different actor. You can just click here and it will like put the script again here. And you can go here and select a different actor now just to generate a new version. So that's pretty much how the platform works. It's both super simple, but also super powerful. If you want to do more complex workflows where you have one person in different setups, or where you can have one person doing different stuff or holding your product, you can do that. Last thing I wanted to show you is the platform is very good at talking actors. So when you have a script and you want to generate the video of someone talking, but it's also very good at non-talking videos. So sometimes in your final video, you will want the actor to be doing something, but not necessarily be speaking. You can also do that with gestures. So It's a feature where you can go ahead and just select the right actor. And let's say you want to do some gym video where she's like moving a little bit, just like looking at the camera and like just moving. And that's something you will need for your video. Then you can type something like, she is looking at the glass while admiring her body, something like that. And it's going to take a couple of minutes as well. And it's going to generate a video of her not talking, but just doing this thing that you mentioned. It works super well when you want to when you want to generate videos of people doing something specifically. For example, let's say you are talking about a new software and you want them to be using a laptop, not necessarily talking, but they are typing on the laptop. You can then select an actor like this one and say, he is typing on the laptop. And then in a couple of seconds, minutes, you'll get a video of this guy typing on the laptop without talking.
Wow, this is like super exciting. So kind of just out of curiosity, how did you come up with this startup idea, and how did you find the problem?
Great question. So we actually, my co-founder and I, we had a mobile app studio before creating Arcads. So we were actually making a ton of ads to promote our own mobile apps. It was a health and fitness app. And very quickly we realized the more videos we produced, the more profitable the business. Because with paid advertising, it's a numbers game. You have to come up with lots of different creative ideas and lots of UGC videos to find the one that will bring profitable results. And when we saw that AI was becoming better and better at producing video, we realized, okay, this will solve a huge pain point for advertisers that will need to make UGC videos more and more. So we actually decided to sell the company and to focus 100% on growing Arcads and building Arcad. And that's what we did basically.
Yeah, like I also see kind of like the trend is that text is becoming like less relevant. Kind of like people are not like reading text or kind of the content. Okay, they do, but I think that like the video content is becoming way more kind of trendy with TikTok, with shorts, with everything now. Everyone's just like making content, and I think kind of like making a huge amount of content for companies should take a lot of time. So Arcads is here just to make it like, okay, possible, and then you can make thousands of videos if you want, and then just like push it which one works the best.
100%. Yeah, I think fundamentally humans always look for the easiest solution, and text is harder to ingest than video. So people will always pick video over text. It's less effort for the same result, less imagination. So yeah, video is here to stay. I don't know what's going to be the next thing. Maybe it's going to be putting images right into our brain at some point, but 100%.
And is there kind of some time limit or kind of like minutes limit, for example, that, a video generated by Arcads can only be 20 seconds or 30 seconds, not more? Or like there's no limit?
There is a character limit. So it's 1,500 characters, which is basically 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Which is quite a lot. So it can be a podcast intro or kind of a pitch about a startup.
Yeah, 100%. People use us mostly for those TikTok video ads, Meta, Instagram video ads. And typically these videos are very rarely more than 40 seconds. But yeah, as you said, in some cases you will want to do an intro, you will want to do something a little bit longer. I don't know if you're familiar with VSL, those like video says later, longer video where you promote your product in more depth. There are some edge cases where it makes sense to make more than 30 seconds, but yeah, most cases it's going to be very short videos.
Yeah. And speaking of sales and marketing, so what has been your playbook for like reaching now? Is it 6 million ARR or a bit more?
Yeah, now 7.
Yeah, now 7.
A couple of weeks ago it was 6, now it's 7. And for us, the playbook has, obviously it's been a combination of things, but the first one, obviously building a good product, building something people need and finding problems that people face with the existing solutions and solving them. When you do that, people will try it, talk about it, and that's the most important part. But obviously that's not enough. There is a whole playbook that we try to create and implement around product launches. So, every AI company, you mentioned ElevenLabs, and that's the case. And it kind of becomes the new playbook for growing an AI company. These companies, they have very impressive features. So when you build a new feature, it's something that usually is very visual, is very unique, and is very appealing. And that was not possible before. So all these elements make it a very good fit to make viral videos or viral posts on the internet. As you said, people don't really necessarily consume text, but they do watch video. So every single time we build a new feature, not only will we communicate it internally to our users and inside the product, but we will also spend a lot of effort communicating this new feature to the world through content marketing. So we will, like the members of the team, we are a small team, but we will all post content about the new feature. We'll try to put together a nice video to showcase the capability of the feature. We'll try to find a couple of influencers who have a good audience on Twitter, on LinkedIn to talk about this feature. And if you repeat that over and over again, not only do you build a better product every single time you launch a new feature, because if you hit right, you will solve users' problem, but also you get new opportunities to communicate about the product. And I think that's the new playbook that every single AI companies are going to be doing. And that's our playbook. So that's one of the big ways we have been growing Arcads. And then we also just use Arcads to create ads to promote Arcads on Meta ads like our clients do. So we spend a lot of effort like building very good ads that will resonate and that will have very good conversion rates. And then we do all the traditional stuff, SEO, trying to do some Google ads and all the growth mechanics that most SaaS companies have been doing for years.
And kind of which platforms are working better for you guys? Is it like LinkedIn, Twitter, Google, or TikTok?
Twitter, LinkedIn is very good for launches because a lot of people learn about the new AI features on these platforms. But that's not the only ones. A lot of people also learn about these on TikTok because TikTok is very good. The TikTok algorithm is very good at showing you content that fits your interests. And people are interested about a lot of different things. Obviously, you can be interested about football, but at the same time about new AI release. And that's why TikTok is so powerful, because you can target people who are in the middle of the day scrolling and looking for some updates about the latest football match. But at the same time, TikTok will be smart enough to ingest some content about the new AI releases in the feeds. And that's where you have an opportunity to have people hear about you. So we actually use short form platforms quite a lot to communicate our new features.
Perfect. Like a question about LinkedIn. I see that like you have like really good posts with lots of impressions, likes, comments, and I hear a lot that so many people are complaining about LinkedIn algorithm that don't work for them. So what has been your hack on LinkedIn? Kind of how did you make, or how are you making good posts that can go viral?
Yeah, again, being the first one to do something that might be interesting people is the most important things. It's in the same way as you should be building the right product, you should communicate the features in the right way. So I spend most of my time talking to customers, actually. Every single afternoon, my day is packed with customer interviews, customer calls, and sales calls to upgrade our customers to higher subscriptions. And that's where I learn about their needs, their problems. And then it gives me a ton of very good opportunities to create content that will actually be useful. So that's the first one. And then obviously there are some hacks. I don't know if this is still working. I feel like LinkedIn is kind of moderating this a little bit, but for a while, just having, a lead magnet where you say, comment this word and you will receive a guide or whatever, a link, was doing super well. I think it's not doing as good as it was. The hacks by default, they are changing all the time. So you need to just find them and use them when it's the right time. So yeah, that's one that we have used a ton in the past, like just ask people to comment something because it feels like LinkedIn favors posts with a lot of comments.
Yeah, that's also kind of, I hear it, but now I see that, for example, there are so many like this AI generated comments, which becomes like very kind of, like hard to focus on the actual content. Great. Just one question about fundraising or financing. So have you guys raised money, or how are you financing your operation and the growth now?
So we haven't raised with VC. We do have a couple of business angels who supported us very early on, and since we haven't raised any money.
Okay. And kind of just one more question on this topic is that what will be your playbook for reaching 100 million ARR?
The $100 million question. That's a great question. I'm thinking about this all the time. And I think for us, really, there's going to be two things. The first one is keep doing what we do, like keep shipping very good features, keep like communicating about them, doing those launches every single time we have a new feature. And that's something you must do in the age of AI. If you are not shipping new things, competitors will, and your product will be outdated very quickly. Because that's the thing with AI, like something can blow up very quickly, but it can disappear very quickly as well if you are not fast enough to innovate. So that's one thing. You should always be one step ahead of your competitors and shipping new features. And the second thing that I think is going to be very important for us is to go up market. Because when you are doing a B2B business, which we are, like it's kind of prosumer / B2B. So we both target like big companies who have like multi-million, sometimes multi-billion dollar budgets for marketing, but also just like the person who is like creating a website on Lovable or another AI platform. And now they have a business, like it's a very, very small business. It's literally one person, but they need to promote it. Or maybe they are doing, I don't know, some agency work and they are the solo founder of the company. So these people are really nice because there are a lot of people like this. And that's, I think, another playbook for SaaS, by the way, for AI SaaS. But you want to focus on those large companies who have larger budgets, better retention, and that will end up being better customers overall for the business. And the playbook, the other playbook I wanted to mention is like, I feel like with AI, you can be easily discovered with a very impressive product that will target all of these very small users and solopreneurs. But this will bring you a lot of volume, and you need, as a company, to be identifying the ones who will be potentially much larger customers in this like huge database that you create by making millions of views on social media, and really focus your energy on like helping those larger customers solve the big problems that they have.
Yeah. Like the one thing that I really like about Arcads is that you guys are very focused on the product side and kind of, like talking to customers and really like trying to solve a real problem and kind of being focused on that. I think then kind of the numbers, will take care of themselves if you solve and also kind of make a really good product. So that's a big congrats on you guys. So like reaching out to our last part, I would just ask random questions and then I would like to have your kind of quick answers. Is that what did you learn from your previous startups that are useful now for scaling Arcads?
I learned that even if you build the best product, you have to master distribution and to communicate about this product very, very well.
Okay. And kind of now with AI, kind of like, do you need to communicate about your product before even building it, or actually you have to build it first and then kind of communicate about the product then?
I think the playbook like 2 years ago was to communicate before you build, but now with AI, you can build so quickly that this playbook doesn't really work anymore. Now you need to be super fast at building, but you need to have a product that is working and you need to communicate about it very quickly. So I would say build first now in the age of AI.
building Arcads and kind of like working with it every day. So what is one thing Arcads has taught you about humans?
I think the thing I learned from Arcads about humans is authenticity, even in the age of AI, is what will drive the best results. And what I mean by that is with AI, you can generate an ad that is going to promote a product. And by default, the person doesn't exist. The person who is doing the ad, they don't exist, or they didn't say what you want them to say. It might seem very hard to be authentic, but actually the people who get very good results, they manage to be authentic even using AI. And if you think about advertising overall, you'll see that it's always been something about acting. Like if you think about an advertising with a famous person like George Clooney talking about Nespresso, you'll see that he's saying Nespresso is the best coffee, but you know that he's not necessarily drinking Nespresso. That being said, sometimes advertisers manage to convey an emotion that feels authentic, even though the person is not actually using the product. And what I mean by that is the best ads created with Arcads are super authentic. So if you try to say something like a fake testimonial, for example, and you say, I use this product and this is the best product ever, people they will know and they will not convert. And actually you shouldn't do that because it's not allowed by the FTC. But if you don't make it like if you were a fake customer and you just be authentic and be upfront about who the AI actor is in the ad. For example, our top ad starts by I am AI generated. And if you are authentic and like truthful to the message you want to convey, then it will convert better. So yeah, authenticity, I think, is like one of the best way to sell.
Yeah. And if I'm correct, you're building the Arcads from Paris, France, yeah? So
yeah, so far, yes. Not for long, but for now, yes.
Yeah. So like, yeah, my question was that how is the experience of building it from France, and what is the next for you guys? Are you guys going to stay there, or are you thinking of going somewhere else?
So I think France is amazing to build any startup. And honestly, you can build a startup from anywhere in the world now. The thing that I really like about being in France is like the talent is very good. You can be super, super focused. I'm actually not even in Paris. I'm in a smaller town. And I can be spending my whole day working on the most important topics without any distraction. I don't have opportunities for coffee during the day. I just I'm on my computer in my ugly room and I'm just shipping and working. That being said, I feel like to achieve the next step, we achieved a level where we will benefit from being in a major city. So we are actually in the process of moving to San Francisco, and that's going to unlock a ton of opportunities for partnerships because we are running ads on the big social media platforms, and being closer to these platforms is going to help perception from other people of the ecosystem. When you are in a major city like San Francisco, people know you are very serious about what you are doing. San Francisco is one of the most expensive cities in the world. And also, like the culture, we already spent with my co-founder, we spent a couple of weeks in San Francisco, and it was insane how much we learned about how people do business, even how people structure the launches that they do for their AI companies. All of the playbooks that I was talking about during this call, I think like being in San Francisco helped me a lot building them and ingesting them internally. So yeah, that's where we are right now. But we are going to move in the next couple of weeks, just in doing the visa stuff now.
Okay, that's exciting. And of course, kind of the ecosystem and the environment is like totally different there. And I haven't been there myself, but I hear lots of great feedback from the founders who have been there. So it's quite impressive. So my next question is that what do you do on the weekends for fun?
So when you have such a fast growing company, you have to work a lot on the weekend, and I actually enjoy it. So it's fine. So I do a lot of walking. I do competitive table tennis. So that's my sport, and I love to have this as a hobby. It's like taking a lot of my time and energy. So I do a lot of competitions, and I have to do long travels for the competition. during the weekends. And I also like just to spend times with my friends and my family in going nature. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
That's awesome, Roman. So you're building an impressive product, Arcads.ai, and kind of I was trying to test it yesterday with myself as well. So kind of my last question is that what's the best way for listeners to get started with Arcads, and also kind of experience, and also like for the ones that they want to contact with you, how can they reach out to you?
Yeah, so if you are curious about Arcads, you can just look at some content on Twitter, LinkedIn. As I told you, we do a lot of communication there. So you will see all of our updates and all of the models that we released on Twitter if you are curious. If you want to actually try it for yourself, you can just go to Arcads.ai and start playing with it. You already had a cool demo here, but I'm pretty sure your listeners will have a ton of ideas of things they want to try, so they can try for themselves. And if they want to reach out, they can just reach out on Twitter, LinkedIn, and my email is super easy to find, so they can find it as well.
Thank you so much, Roman. It was fun doing this with you, and I hope to see you in person as well one day.
Yeah, same here. Thanks, Jahid.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers.